got a real friend, you don't need much. Just a place to sit and fish is more than enough. When you got a real pal, there's nothing too tough. Together it is better when you got your real bud. Real bud.
Oh, what did we hear on? What is this?
Happy Independence Day,
Happy
John.
Independence Day, Taylor.
Happy 4th of July week.
Yes, it's the whole week. We celebrate and enjoy it immensely.
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 What are you going to do for 4th of July this year, John?
Oh, I'm not sure. It depends on how many kids are in town. Because every year we kind of get together and we've always had a great big barbecue at our house. And then we go out to the Walden Company fireworks place and buy inordinate amounts of fireworks and let my grandson shoot them off. And then in the evening we do the evening festivities and with the pyrotechnics and the light shows and all that fun stuff.
And do you measure the distance from your house to Wald's?
I don't know what the distance is. It's like a little bit south of Lee Summit, Missouri. It's actually in Greenwood, Missouri.
But how far would you guess it was?
Oh, I don't know. 30 miles maybe.
Miles.
Miles?
Because we're American
But
and we don't do the metric system here.
We don't do metric. Metric here. No metrics.
And how many would you say you buy pounds of fireworks?
Thousands of pounds of fireworks.
And you don't measure that?
We don't measure it
in
any other way.
No. What's their measurement? Grams.
Grams, kilograms,
kilos,
Mm-mm.
pounds.
No. My God, this is American pounds.
We're not talking 50 meters.
No. We're talking feet.
Feet?
Yes.
Things
and
that don't make sense.
Yards and miles and
minutes.
Yeah, minutes. No clicks.
And degrees.
Exactly right.
Fahrenheit.
Yeah, Fahrenheit. None of this Celsius, baby kind of stuff. Dumb stuff.
USA. Well,
USA.
we had some plans. We wanted to go do a out in the field episode.
We did. We wanted to do a field episode.
But this one snuck up on us.
It did.
This morning I realized, oh shoot, we never did that. And we're recording 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah, we're 2 weeks in advance. Tell them what we wanted to do.
We wanted to go to Wald Fireworks store.
Out in Greenwood, Missouri, and host our podcast from there.
And wear all sorts of fun 4th of July stuff.
Sure. Just get stupid and silly like we always do.
Dressed like Uncle Sam.
On 4th of July, yeah.
But we didn't do that. So now we're in the TBB Studios.
TBB Studios celebrating July 4th.
But you know what? We can do that because we got the freedom to choose.
We do.
Because
we're American.
We have independence.
By God, we're American.
From the Soviets, right?
You bet.
And the British.
Damn commies.
Well, we shouldn't curse. But you got the freedom to do so.
Damn commies.
All right. Do you want to share some of your favorite Independence Day memories, John?
Moving on. 4th of July has always been memorable for us because my father used to be in the fireworks business with the Wald Company as well, too. And I kind of grew up with all the Walds and Charlie and John and Debbie and Deanne, the whole group, Karen, Kevin. And so we all have fond memories of that. And I have memories of my father coming home one time after he just got out of the emergency room at St. Luke's Hospital when one of the great big fireworks that they were shooting at one of the big shows blew up prematurely and embedded gunpowder in his arms.
Your dad?
My dad, yeah.
And that never scared you away from doing them?
Oh, no. No. When you're a teenage boy, you could care less. just go for instead of worrying about the danger involved, you just go flying straight forward, straight to it. But yeah, I just have some great memories of that. But now what we're doing is we do a gravy barbecue, like I said, and have everybody come over and just kind of go out and spend literally hundreds and hundreds of dollars on fireworks and just blow up the neighborhood. It is just the best.
Well, you always said that kind of dramatically, like, oh, I blew it up. And then I heard one year from different people that you shot a firework that went into the neighbor's yard at a neighbor's chair that they were sitting in.
Yeah. Well, there's accidents that can happen, even with the best of planning and preparation.
But that's part of the risk you take by living in the U.S. of A.
And by God.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yes.
But I heard
we have to pay for our freedoms,
But another neighbor I heard one year, maybe it was the same year, came up to your house with a big chunk of something that shot into her pool and asked if it was you that...
The crazy thing about that is that their pool was blocks away, so...
Just a big Irish-themed firework.
Yeah, I think it was...
It wasn't me.
I don't know. So, anyway. Then we have some neighbors that get... Well, we did have. They have now since moved. But they did get pretty upset about us. Because we would virtually shoot off almost a commercial show from my front yard.
Yeah,
And,
well, it's free for them.
Yeah, it's free for them, but they get upset with it. It's going to burn my roof up. And
they're probably Russian.
Yeah, I know. They probably were. They weren't from this country. They weren't from, by God, good old U.S. of A. That's
the
for
real
sure.
ones don't care.
They don't care. They don't care. They're going to go for it. They're going for it.
Any other memories? Anything else you did?
Oh, yeah. Well, in college, I used to work for the Waltz, and we used to shoot fireworks shows, the big commercial fireworks shows. And that was always a lot of fun, because you got paid a lot of money to do that. And number one. And number two, it was just fun because you can hear the crowds going, ooh, ah, just all of that kind of thing. So, yeah, you were kind of a star of the show, so to speak.
The star that no one ever met.
The star that no one ever met or
the background.
No one ever saw. But
lurked in the shadows.
Yep, just lurked in the shadows. But that's pretty dangerous work. I mean, it's very dangerous work.
It's honest work. Someone's got to do it.
Somebody has to do it, but you got to be extremely careful. I don't recommend just anybody do it. You have to be schooled and licensed to do these kinds of things because we're talking commercial grade fireworks. We're not talking just a little tiny things that shoot up in the air.
Is it legal in Kansas City?
I'm not sure of the legality.
So
I kind of leave that to my neighbor across the street, the good judge, and he kind of handles all that.
So next week, if we do not have a co-host, we will assume that he's in jail from shooting fireworks.
Yeah. So we may have to start a GoFundMe page through our podcast.
The article would say, John Ryan, 74, was heard saying, "I know my rights," as he was dragged to the police cruiser.
Yeah.
Isn't this America?
We did have one year we were shooting these fireworks off, and they were going way up there, and they were some big ones too, big commercial kind of things. And I looked down at the end of my block, and I saw a police car turn onto my block, and it just stopped. And I thought to myself, "Oh Lord, here we go. I'm going to jail. I know. I'm going to blame it all on my two son-in-laws and call it good and let my daughter go bail him out of jail and stuff." But in any event, the cop just kind of looked up the street to see what was going on, and then he just backed up and turned around and he drove away. And I thought, boy, this is great.
And Mary Alice thought you got some street cred that night.
I thought I got some street cred.
The guy who can't get a speeding ticket, but
I can't get a speeding ticket.
Get arrested for fireworks.
You know what? I was come to think about it. I don't think I've ever been arrested. No, I've never been arrested.
I mean, I would assume so if you were begging for a speeding ticket to show your
Begging
wife.
for a speeding ticket from the Kansas State Highway Patrol, but it didn't happen.
Never got a speeding ticket, but I did rob a U.S. bank location.
Yeah, drove the getaway car.
Well, I have very fond 4th of July memories. Thank
Do
you
you?
for asking.
Yeah. What are some of your?
Nothing much. We just
Okay, well then
we were
can move
never
around.
we were never the fireworks type. We would.
You weren't?
My parents, their old house was in Council Bluffs, and the backyard was on a hill, and it overlooked the Omaha skyline. So we got all the good
Oh,
shows from the backyard.
that's great.
And once in a while, we would
That
drive.
was a nice backyard, by the way. It was kind of neat. I like that.
Thank you. Except for the fact that it was falling, and they
was
paid
falling?
hundreds of thousands of dollars to fix the retaining wall. So
Hundreds
that
of thousands.
it was not. It was a lot. It wasn't hundreds, but it was
Okay.
close.
All right.
So they got out of there, but had a good view. And once in a while, we'd go down to the casinos to watch their fireworks and all that. So
Okay.
that was my memory. And I was a little scaredy boy, so I never lit them. Sparklers were as far as I went.
Really?
So I never got the thrill from lighting something on fire and escaping the loss of a limb by inches.
Oh, come on now.
I never
You
understood that.
never got the thrill of lighting some massive explosive thing that made in somebody's bathtub and
their bathtub?
yeah, it's like bathtub gym, but let's just listen to it and go kaboom
No, I
and
would.
see a great big crater in the front yard of some guy's house.
I would be able. I'd like to be able to continue to take baths and scrub myself with both arms,
Okay,
and to be able to hug my wife with both
Okay.
arms,
All right.
and not be one-armed.
Okay.
So I would rather you do it, and I get a watch for
Okay.
free from a
All right.
distance.
Okay. All right.
But
A trained professional.
you sound professional.
Professional.
Trust me, I'm a trained professional.
Yeah.
Uh,
Before or after the 5 vodka martinis.
So yeah, we never were big fireworks folks, but we spent one 4th of July, I think, in Park City, Utah. That was fun.
Ooh, that's neat. Yeah.
We
I've
did
never
that.
been there. I've always wanted to go there.
We rented a boat. We drove around on there. Shane did because we can't drive a boat. But otherwise, we usually spend it here, and yeah, nothing
Good.
really. This year we're going back up to Omaha,
Okay.
and the Bestics are in town,
Oh, ooh.
so we get to spend. We get to celebrate with the Haas.
The Haas.
Yeah, Shane. He
The
can.
general.
Well, it's not general, but
Okay.
I don't want to give away his.
No.
Titles.
I know.
But yes, we get to celebrate with him and the girls and Quinn and Alyssa. So be fun.
That will be fun, especially Quinn. Quinn's, and Parker's going to be fun too because she's at that age where she's just cute and everything she does is cute. So
Quinn was in cheerleading camp last week, so I told Alyssa I'm going to work on my cheers for her.
oh, that's great.
So we'll have some cheers
That
prepared
is
coming
great.
back.
Okay.
She also is taking cooking classes this week.
Really?
So I said, "What's on the menu for 4th of July?" And she said, "Quinn says spaghetti."
Oh, spaghetti for 4th of July.
I think-
That's
Well, I don't know if it's for 4th of July, but for the weekend, because
okay.
we obviously are going to have hot dogs and burgers and American things on 4th
Okay.
of July.
Yeah, you better.
Not no Italian food.
Yeah,
Shh,
well.
get out of here.
Come on now.
But yeah, so we'll do that, and it'll be fun.
Oh, you have a great time. You kidding?
I'm sure it'll be nice and a cool 75 degrees and not 95.
Are you going to get any firecrackers or anything?
No.
What?
I think Shane would like that, but I'll let him do it.
Oh, I wish I had the time. I'd run out to Walds real quick and pick him up something.
Hmm.
A little gift for us.
For us?
Yeah, from us.
From us for him?
Yeah.
What?
They make Black Cat firecrackers. Makes a roll of 5,000 firecrackers, and you can roll it out and you can light it, and all 5,000 of them go off simultaneously, and it's just so loud. And it's just so loud. And it's so obnoxious. It's just the best.
I'm sure my parents' HOA would appreciate that.
Oh, I know they would, because at the very end, when this thing is finished, all the firecrackers going off, what you have is just this massive mound of burnt, spent paper.
That's the thing, is that I'll let other people spend the hundreds of dollars on it, and I'll watch from a distance and keep my limbs, and they can spend the money and have nothing to show for it after 10 seconds. But
Why? What? I'm confused. Why?
so you go,
You're an American,
supposedly, but
and
you go.
you don't want to spend a dime on 4th of July.
I want to give it back to Uncle Sam
No.
and the federal government. That makes me American.
Well, everybody does that.
But I would just rather my neighbors pay for it and I get a watch and I don't have to pay it.
What a cheapskate.
Okay. Well,
Here's what you do need to buy some sparklers for Quinn. She'll like the sparklers.
we'll see. I'm not sure if she's a big fan of the loud noises or sparklers, or
Okay. All right.
I'll let her mom and dad decide.
Well, I know that.
I was almost in the military a couple weeks ago.
You were?
Yeah.
What happened?
How'd
that happen?
We were at the Royals game,
Uh-huh.
and it was military appreciation night.
Oh, yeah?
And I stood up at the very wrong time,
Oh, no.
and they said, "All right, whoever was in the Coast Guard, please stand and be recognized." And I had just stood to go to the bathroom and get a beer, and
What are you going to do?
so I kind of hustled out of there. But
You talk about a Seinfeld moment. That's perfect.
everybody was clapping for the Coast Guard, and here's Taylor just running up to get a Leinenkugel.
Get another line and Leinenkugel take a whiz.
But so I had to make sure I clapped as I walked away, but it looked disrespectful and
Yeah.
stolen valor.
That is funny.
Because every
We've all had those kind of situations occur in our life.
inning was, "All right, Marines, please stand and be recognized. Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard."
Mm-hmm.
Guy's a little big to be in the Coast Guard.
What?
He must be a veteran, old veteran. He couldn't float. So that was fun. And then speaking of getting burned, fireworks, burns.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, you started your new sign off of make sure you wear your sunscreen.
That's right. Make sure. And let's.
In honor
As I'm
of,
sitting here looking at this red bald head, I'm going, what is going on here?
I'm supplying the red for the red, white, and blue.
Right.
Yeah, I did wear sunscreen. I just had been in the pool.
How much did you wear?
A liter, a meter, a kilometer, a kilogram.
Here we go.
We were at the Patterson pool, my in-laws,
burned.
and we'd been there probably 4 or 5 times this summer already. And I thought I kind of developed a base tan, like you're safe a little bit after that. And then a couple weeks ago, I didn't wear any sunscreen for the couple hours I was out there. Didn't get burned. So then Sunday, I didn't wear any for the first hour. And then I put on what was told was suntan lotion, which is not sunscreen. And Janelle warned me, and I said, I'll be fine. Had that on for half an hour, 45 minutes, and said, okay, I should probably put sunscreen on now. And did it once, did it a re-application again. And towards the end, I thought, something, I can already feel this. So
yeah,
went home, took a shower. It hurt.
Yeah.
And mistakes were made, and my head's going to start peeling here in a couple days.
Yeah.
And then I get to shave my head with hair peeling or skin peeling, and a lot of bad decisions. So wear your sunscreen.
Wear your sunscreen.
Early
I'm
going to
put you on the list. You're getting on the list, buddy.
But I did wear it. It's just I put it on too late.
You're getting on the list. You know whose list that is, don't you?
Mary Alice's list.
Yep, Cutie Pie's list.
And I don't want to be on that.
You're on it. You are there. So if we're going to be fishing and stuff together, we're going to have to be sure and use sunscreen.
And I was fine for the whole trip. I didn't put any on, but I didn't get burned.
It doesn't matter if you were fine or not.
The sun must have been extra
It just
close.
takes the one time that you don't.
Yeah. Well, I'll wear...
That's where I knew I was in trouble. I was fly fishing down at Tacoma one time, and the sun was beating off of the water, and I wasn't thinking too much about it. I was probably back in my early 40s, and man, I got out of the water and went up to the car, and I thought, man, this doesn't feel right, And sure enough, it didn't. It was a deep burn, so not good.
Tomato, like me?
Not good.
Well,
I don't want you to go through the same thing. I don't want anybody to go through the same thing.
Except the communists.
Except the commies, yeah.
Well, we have a big update this week, John.
They're red anyway. Oh, what's the update?
Breaking news. After
Big news.
maybe 6 years,
Yes,
John has a new phone.
I do. I have a new iPhone.
I think we mentioned it before, but John always got my hand-me-down phones after I was done with them.
Well, I was very, very nice about mentioning to everyone that I had a guy.
A dealer
I had a dealer that I would buy used phones from.
out of a trench coat.
It was kind of out of a open his trench coat, and along with some jewelry and everything other than watches. And
iPhone 6 here.
iPhone 6 right here. So we finally got rid of the iPhone 6.
Yeah, I used to get a new one every couple of years, which I still kind of do.
Mm-hmm.
But the last two after the iPhone 6 just broke, so I couldn't really hand them down to you. So you were stuck with a few models old, and for your volunteer new job, you have an app on your phone.
Yep.
That you're supposed to download. You asked me to help you download it, and your phone was too old to download the phone software that was required to download the app.
And that's what I was running into. I ran into that 2 or 3 times.
So you know it's old when
year.
the phone no longer supports
Yep.
your stuff. So
Yeah. So it's time to move on.
so
that's what we did. We did.
yeah.
And I'm thrilled with it. I mean, I love it because, first of all, it's a lot easier to operate.
Which I'm surprised you say, because when I first saw you use it, you were still trying to find the home button, pressing that, trying to get your
We
thumbprint
don't
on
have
it.
a no home
It
button.
scans your face now.
Just scan my face, and it was way it went, even with the sunburns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're faster now. They're smarter.
Yep.
Better camera.
Mm-hmm.
You asked me on one of the earlier episodes what the new iPhone had, and I rattled off some facts. But
Mhm.
you've got the 13 now, so you're a
I have
couple
the
models
13.
behind.
Yeah.
But it does all the same stuff that you need. So
Well, we went to the Apple store and we were looking at it showed the features and benefits of the Apple 13, 14, and 15. And there was not much difference between the 13 and 14. But there wasn't much difference between the 13 and the 15. The only difference being that it had much better camera on it, on the 15. And I'm not a big camera guy. I mean, I'll take a few pictures here, a few snapshots here and there, but, I don't use it.
a couple selfies.
Couple of selfies, yeah.
Feeling cute. Might delete
Yeah.
later. New top.
Yep, that's it.
Got a new top from Chico's.
Here we go.
Is this White House Black Market? My new shirt.
Okay.
Little blouse.
All right, that's enough. Moving on.
Yeah, I could probably count the number of pictures you've taken on your phone in the last 6 months on 2 hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's not a big deal breaker for you, but
No, that's not. No, it really wasn't.
but speed's ideal.
The speed's a great thing. The speed and the battery life.
You don't have time to waste. You can't wait
I'm a
around
busy
for an article
man.
to load.
I'm 74. I can't wait around for all this stuff.
No, I need my article, my CNN, my Fox to
Sure,
load.
I need it all right now.
Now. What's
Instantaneously.
taking so long?
Come on.
Don't we have 7G? What's the
Yeah,
deal? Come on now.
7G.
Are you a gamer on your phone? Do you have any games?
Oh, no.
No?
Absolutely not.
One thing I enjoyed is, so Kathleen helped you set up some of the stuff.
Uh-huh.
I came over a bit later. I texted you, hey, I'm here. Didn't come to the door. So then I called. You answered. I said, hey, did your text go through? It never showed delivered on my phone. And I looked at it, and my contact was set to do not disturb or hide alerts. So I don't know, Kathleen, what you did, but message noted.
Blocked.
So it felt
That's
just like
fun.
normal getting ignored from you,
Yeah.
but it was not intentional this time.
No, it was not intentional.
But
It's all because we were setting up the new phone.
just somehow
Yes.
you hit Taylor, scroll down, edit contact,
Well, some
hide
other
alerts.
people too.
One other person. So I'm not sure what happened with
Yeah.
them, but we must be annoying.
No.
Hey, can you hide Jeff and Taylor off there? Because I don't want.
They need to be out of there.
It took a whole hour and a half for me to notice that I had that change. So,
Well, anyway, it wasn't intentional, and you know that.
but I did feel good because a lot of times I'll send you a nice text and then I'll get a thumbs up
Right.
or nothing. If I'm lucky, I'll get a thumbs up.
Right.
Like, hey, John, had a great fishing trip. Thanks again for going.
Mhm.
Thanks for taking me. Thumbs up. Or just silence for a few more texts. And then when I was there, I was trying to pin. I was showing you different things you could do on your phone, like pinning contacts. It's easier to find them.
Mm-hmm.
So I had your wife and Kathleen on there, and Courtney's. I couldn't find her text, so I had you send her a quick little testing message, and she said something like, "That's great, Dad. New phone. That's awesome. How do you like it?" And I just saw you type YEP, and then hit the thumbs up emoji.
Yeah, thumbs up emoji.
So it's fun watching a master at work, how he crafts these beautifully worded messages of, yep.
Yep. Yeah.
So it wasn't even, how do you like it, Dad? Yep.
Yeah.
So it's the thumb.
Thumb up emoji.
A man of many words.
Yes, that's right.
So I felt good that it wasn't just me that gets the
No, it's
emoji
everyone.
reply.
It's everyone. It's not. That's my thing. That's my.
I think some people get long responses.
I might.
Love you bunches.
Yeah. Oh well.
Daddy.
Sure. Yeah.
But I don't get those.
No.
If you did text me love you bunches, Daddy, that might be an issue.
Already is an issue.
But even just like a thanks or
Yeah. Sure.
we're working on it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if you can teach an old dog new tricks.
It's
but
a little tough at this point in life,
But
but,
we- added a widget, a weather channel widget.
Yep.
So now you can open it up and see the weather right away.
Yep, which is nice.
Well,
All old people like to know what the weather's going to be doing.
I like to know.
Well, you don't use sunscreen, so what difference does that make?
I can still like to know the temperature, if it's going to rain or not.
Okay.
Yeah, we can add some more widgets on there so you can get the stock market right from the home screen if you want,
Ooh.
or a shortcut to get to Snapchat to send your cat face filter selfies you always do.
The what?
I don't know, just all the different things you use your phone for.
Let's move on.
But you're very simple. You're use it to clock in for work.
Yep.
Call your wife that you're coming home.
Mhm.
Need anything from the store.
Yep.
Send a thumbs up every now and then.
Yeah. It's not a big one. It's not doesn't need a lot of memory.
You've
Doesn't
been-
need a lot of power to it. It's just a tool for me is all it is.
You've been known to shop around on Marketplace though lately, haven't you?
I have been.
Have you bought anything?
Oh, well, of course.
What'd you buy?
I'm a big proponent of Amazon.
Oh, Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. But what'd you on Facebook Marketplace?
No, I have not bought anything on the Facebook Marketplace.
Once
I'm
in
a
a
little
blue
scared
moon.
to do that for some reason.
Well, once in a blue moon, if you give me your phone and you're like, "Hey, check Facebook, whatever." What do I? How do I check my notifications? You asked me.
Mhm.
I showed you. It looks like you have 53, and you get all these random things that I couldn't deal with. Like Cynthia added a photo to class of 68 Southwest High School reunion.
Yeah. A lot of those things now, when they come through, I'll just remove them.
Well, you just had a lot there, and then I'll go through like, hey, it looks like this person wants to be your friend on here.
No.
No, delete.
No.
You can add them.
Delete.
Let's leave that one for now.
No.
So,
He's still in prison.
but then you'll see like, oh, John, you have a message or a notification from Marketplace, and it's like a sports car that you had saved or did something to, and
Yeah.
But do you think you had a lawnmower or something you were trying to buy at one point?
Yeah, at one point I was looking at lawnmowers. I'm still looking at them, as a matter of fact.
Have you ever sold anything on Marketplace?
I have not, but Chris, my son-in-law, has for me.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
What'd you sell?
We sold we had a great big chandelier in our dining room that we that we replaced, and he was able to sell it on Marketplace.
But he did it from his account?
He did it from
That's
his
good,
account, yeah.
because it is a nightmare to try to sell anything on Marketplace.
Oh, really?
Because I think more like high-ticket items and like electronics are known for this, but whenever I've sold something, the second you post it, you'll get 15 messages saying, "Hi, is this still available?" And almost all of them are all scams. You can tell from their profile pictures and their actual profile they're not a real person.
How can you tell if it's a scam or not?
Their name a lot of the time. If they're not from the area, if you click on their account and it's from Saudi Arabia, that's a good indicator.
Dubai or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
If they have bad ratings on there, or yeah, it's just kind of obvious. A lot of times their profile pictures being like a random, not matching. I don't know. I can just tell. Like it's like a too professional looking profile picture, and it's a female, but then their like cover photo is some thing. I don't know. I'll show you sometime.
Okay. Yeah. I'll pull it up sometime when we're in the car or something. We can look at that and see.
But
because I would like to know.
I mean, you're not ever going to post anything to sell on there.
No, I'm not. I don't post anything.
I've sold some like computer monitors. It's just nice. The things that I've tried to sell, because I don't want to ship them. I'm afraid they'll get damaged when they get shipped, like on eBay. So I just sell them on Marketplace and meet up at a Quick Trip and sell it, whatever.
And has that worked out for you?
The times I sold like an old PlayStation 4 or something a couple months back, and yeah, it worked fine. But when you first post it, there's going to be a million messages saying, "Hi, is this still available?" And I delete 95% of them, and then the ones that are legit, I'll reply and say, "Yes, it is," and then they just never reply back. So it's great. Hey, can you come this afternoon? No reply.
So it's frustrating.
It's very frustrating, all to make $27. But
yeah, is it even worth? You could probably do better by donating it somewhere and get a get a $300 tax deduction on.
Yeah, I mean, there are some things where Janelle sells for. I think it's also a joke I've heard from Nate Bargatze, but his wife made like $5 on a Marketplace sell, like a child's toy or something, and she shows up, or the person shows up, and he answers the door and didn't even know this was for sale, and it's like, now they know our address all for $5.
Yeah, really.
But yeah, we've had some interesting ones. One time we tried to get rid of some bricks that we didn't want, so we just left them outside, and this lady showed up in her bright yellow, I want to say it was like a Pontiac, what was it called?
Sunbird?
No, a Pontiac.
It was a little tiny thing.
Wait, it was a Saturn. Dang. It was a little convertible.
Okay.
And
a Geo Metro?
No, it wasn't that. Now I got to find it. Saturn.
Now we're on a quest, right? We will find this car, ladies and gentlemen.
I think it was a Saturn Sky. That's what it was.
A Sky?
It was that guy.
Oh, yeah. Cute little car.
Yeah, but she apparently worked for a landscaping company, and it was like midnight. She finally showed up, and we just wanted to get rid of them, because how else do you dump 400 bricks?
Yeah, I know. What do you do with 400 bricks?
I don't know if it's 400, but it was like 150, and she stacked them all in her passenger seat of this 2-seater convertible for half an hour, and then she got in the car. We were watching her on the camera, and she took a big swig of orange soda out of a 2-liter and then drove off. And she came back the next day for the rest. But she came back like an hour later, I think, that night. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you'll find some good stuff on there, but you got to be quick and give them the right price if you want to buy something. And it's just kind of frustrating to sell things because people will ask if it's still available. You'll set up a meeting time. You'll mark it as a pending, and then they just don't show up, and it's awesome. So,
okay.
Anyway, good thing Chris did that for you. He probably had to deal with all that.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Hopefully he got a commission.
Yeah, he always gets a commission.
Any other features on your phone you're just loving?
No, I'm just, again, how easy it is to use. And I thought there was going to be some issues with not pushing buttons and
I thought you'd struggle with that too.
Slapping things, but I haven't. It's just
slapping things.
Yeah.
Are you no issues with your Face ID?
None.
You don't mind that?
No.
Once in a while, I'll wake up early and I must look pretty ugly because it won't recognize it. You don't look like you normally do.
Who are you?
Access denied.
What's it? Yeah. Go back to bed.
Take your CPAP off, loser. You know who I am. Well, they made those so now, like during COVID, they would recognize you with your mask on.
Really? They've gotten that refined on
I
this.
guess.
That's amazing.
But yeah, I thought you'd struggle with the thumb thing.
No.
Going to the home screen.
No.
But yeah, you're just an alarm guy. Check Facebook once in a while.
Yep.
Scroll
I do
the internet.
Facebook every day.
Every day?
Every day. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Anything interesting on there?
Oh, there's always stuff that's interesting on there.
We'll have to do a new segment of John's Facebook find of the
Oh,
week.
we could do that. Yeah, we could do that. That'd be kind of fun.
Well, my old classmate Gladys, she had a successful heart surgery, and Frankie, he got a new shed. That's about it.
What is isn't Facebook for the old people and isn't TikTok for the younger people?
Yeah, there's a number of them. I think Facebook's known for being the older crowd.
Yeah.
And then I think Twitter's probably the next oldest.
I'm sorry, it's Reels. You know, the Reels.
Well, Reels are on
Facebook. Yeah.
And also I think they're called Reels on Instagram.
Right.
Because they're owned by the same company.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I mean, Janelle's dad loves to watch those at full volume in the living room while we're there. He sent me one earlier. So I think all of Facebook is kind of by far the older crowd.
Okay.
And then I think Twitter is the next oldest, and then probably Instagram, and then TikTok. And there's probably some new one I don't know about that's out there that all the young kids are using.
I'm totally sold on Facebook and Instagram.
You sold on it?
Oh yeah,
Used to love it.
that's great stuff. But I've not used TikTok or any of the others. We'll have to try it. We'll have to do a trial on that, see what happens.
I mean, Facebook came out when I was in high school. I mean, maybe a little before, but kind of caught on my freshman or sophomore year.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, looking back, it was just cringy, the things that would be posted on there, because it used to say like your name, and then it would give you a pre-filled out, and it would say like Taylor Atkinson is, and then you'd just add in like wondering who's going to the game tonight, and that was all.
Really?
Taylor Atkinson is just chilling at home, watching Harry Potter, and then you get a like or two on it, and that was how it went. But now it's like 15 reasons why Donald Trump is actually cloned by the Russian government.
Yeah,
This
I
is
know.
so true. I was thinking this too.
I know.
Here's 7 ways that you can tell that Biden is actually AI. Well, Cecilia, I agree.
Yeah, I know.
They're up to no good. But I don't know. I use that one the least by far.
Do you?
It's nice to check up on old friends, but there's so much junk on there now.
There is. There's a
It's
lot
like
of junk.
every
It
other-
keeps getting worse. It seems
If you
like.
scroll on mine, it'll be a real thing, like an actual person, and then it'll be an ad. So, person, here's who you should add to post, ad for Jackstack, ad for HBO,
Mm-hmm.
Facebook Marketplace, an ad for a photo printing company, some random basketball player, a real person, ad for a lawn chair, ad for a news station, ad for a landscaping group, real person. So it's just very saturated with junk. So,
Got it.
anywho, we'll have to get you on TikTok.
Okay, I can do that. I'll do it.
Teach you some dances again.
I'm still concerned about the Chinese ownership of this thing.
Well,
Is that a big deal?
probably, but I don't care.
Whoa! Wow! Happy 4th of July to you too, American.
Well, I have nothing. They can take what are they going to take?
Everything from us,
Like what?
our whole country,
From TikTok?
from TikTok.
Well, it looks like we got into Taylor's camera roll and he took 17 photos of his dog. Here's a picture of a bratwurst, pool day that he had, some
Sunburn,
pasta
and,
salad, a picture of a fish,
and Otis.
17 more pictures of this old guy fishing, Okay, we're done with him.
Yeah, he's done.
Nothing good there?
Nope.
No? All right.
All right.
We got to find someone interesting.
Okay,
You're done?
we're done.
Oh.
Time to wrap it up.
We've only been going for 40 minutes, John.
That's quite all right.
I thought I had...
4th of July. It's a holiday.
Well,
We got to get off a little early on the holiday, don't we?
I had 2 more things.
Okay, well, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Didn't
All your
realize
ideas were gone.
it. Yeah,
so I
my
understand.
ideas were gone. So
I saw an article the other day that a guy was trying to sue Qdoba because he found a razor blade in his burrito.
whoa.
And
Yeah, I'd be a little ticked about that too.
he took it into the store and they said, oh, yep, looks like it was, I don't know, a cutter for the saran wrap or something. So they confirmed it was theirs. And so he emailed corporate and they said, here's a coupon for 2 free entrees.
Oh wow.
The guy almost lost his life and he got a couple
I
burritos out
know.
of the deal.
At least he got a couple of burritos out of it.
Do you ever think about that? Like, man, I wish I could just have this one thing happen and I would be rich.
No, I don't.
Like if my seatbelt just failed a little bit, maybe I could get a payday out of this.
No.
No? That'd be pretty cool though. Like that person who claimed they found a finger in the Wendy's chili.
Yeah, but did they really?
I think they put it there.
Oh, okay. Well,
So they're poor and they have 9 fingers.
yes, they have 9 fingers and in prison.
Yes. I don't know. Sometimes I think about it'd be nice to have an easy payday.
Yeah, but
Those
the chances of that and the probabilities of that are so slim.
We had, I don't know if I told this story before, but at Iowa State, there was a big myth or a legend that if you got hit by the Psy ride, the bus there, that you'd get your tuition paid for. So there, people would
Everybody jumping out in front
kind
of
of
the
like,
bus.
drop my books. But a friend of mine, she worked for, she was a bus driver at the University of Iowa, and apparently one time a girl, they were pretty sure did it on purpose, got hit by the bus, went to the hospital, and someone from the bus company showed up with an invoice for the windshield.
Well, that kind of dampens things, doesn't it?
So no free tuition, and you owe
No.
$1,000.
Yeah, that's funny. Good
So
stuff.
anyway, poor guy. Maybe he got a steak burrito. It cost a little more.
He may have.
Made it worth it.
Yeah.
So we got $25 out of the deal.
Yep.
And then the last thing, today at work, we once in a while we get these phishing attempts sent to us on
Okay.
purpose.
All right.
And it's our internal IT team testing us to see if we click on
Oh,
these things. So
my old company used to do that.
yeah. So once in a while they'll send one that's like, oh, you got a UPS a package on your way, or come sign up for this conference or whatever. And today was Bob B wants to send you $10.35 on Venmo. And it looked kind of legit. And I knew it wasn't, but I kind of was looking for signs that it was fake.
Uh-huh.
The first one was that they titled it, the logo is Vemno instead of Venmo.
What was it again?
They just switched the M and the N.
Oh,
So it said Venmo.
okay.
And then I said, hey.
Ooh, that's a real subtle one, too.
Yeah, it was hard to tell unless you look for it.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, Brian, did you just get that email too? And he said, yes. I thought, dang. We just had a bunch of new interns start last week, so I can imagine how upset they were their first week, and they they thought they got $10, but really they are on the list of gullible people at the company. But yeah, if you do that stuff, they'll send a report to the boss and say, here's
Yeah.
your employees that fell for that. They're a liability to the company.
Mm.
Because at our work, there's not really health information out there that we can get to, but there's information for clients who have health information on their care record.
Right,
So
right.
anyway, but they're getting more creative with those things.
Yeah, they are.
So if we have any, not even just older listeners, but anybody at all, just be careful.
Yes, please be careful.
Do you get a lot of phishing attempts, like texts sent to you?
I haven't since I've retired. You know, I for some reason I don't. I haven't gotten many, and if anything looks remotely suspicious to me, it's gone. You know, I delete it. Done. You know,
I had a Hotmail account, and I still do, but I'm trying to phase it out because they did such a terrible job about not getting the spam filtered out. And I just had it since I was in high school because that's what my dad had. So I use a Gmail one now, but I got so many things on there. different scams. And then now they've been doing texts to me to say like, hey, your package is ready for pickup.
Yeah.
And it's obvious. Like, for one, we do buy a lot of stuff online, so it would be believable, but they would never send you a text like that. So I heard someone else the other day who clicked on one of those and they got their credit card info. So don't do that.
Yeah.
When in doubt, just be in doubt.
Yeah. When in doubt, be in doubt. Just delete it.
But then I watched some like body cam video sometimes. And there's one where a lady was in a gas station and she saw this elderly lady putting in hundreds of dollars, $100 bills, tons of them. And she was FaceTiming someone who appeared to be like Middle Eastern. And she called the police and just said she thought something was up. So the police came, took the lady's phone, and the guy said, give her phone back. This is Chase security team, whatever. And the cop's like, no, you're not real. So please give the phone back to the lady you were talking to. And he said, no, if you were here right now, I'd put you in handcuffs for theft, whatever. And I guess what happened was the lady fell for some scam. She was definitely older and kind of handicapped. And they sent a Uber to her house to take her to Chase Bank.
Oh, man.
She took out $40,000.
Oh.
And then they sent her another Uber to go to the gas station that had a crypto machine. And then she put in $23,000 of the dollars before the cops got there and told her, don't hit any more buttons, don't do anything else. But apparently they still got 23, so they're trying to reverse it.
Oh.
But anyway, I've heard of a few people I know that have fallen for those things. So be careful.
The big one now that I understand is going around is you'll get a phone call and it will be like, hey, Grandpa, this is so-and-so. Let's say that was Connor. And I'm in trouble, and I need some money quick. You need to send it to this place.
Which I could see you doing that. Like, you have no reason to think that wouldn't be true.
No, but a lot of it's being generated by AI now.
Yeah.
Because it would sound almost just like what Connor would sound like. But, I pretty much know where Connor is, and so if he's not in my backyard shooting off fireworks on the 4th of July, then I know that we can just hang up and say, forget about it. Forget about it.
And then he comes over a week later. Papa, why did you not send me the money? I was stranded in Palm Beach.
Yeah, Papa. I was in jail. Yeah.
You didn't believe
Falsely accused. Jamaica.
You said I'm not stupid, then you hung up. Those things are scary. I've heard there's people who it's like their kid on the phone crying and they said they got kidnapped and they need this money, and it sounds legit until they realize that, I don't know, the person is, I think they texted them while they were on the phone. They said, I'm fine, don't fall for it.
Yeah.
But people, especially older people who don't know that stuff, it's easy to get them.
Just be cautious. When in doubt, just ignore it or delete it.
I say you make a code word with all of your loved ones and you say, the code word's Real Buds. And if we ever call and I ask you for the code word, if you're asking me for money, you got to tell me the real one, because an impersonator wouldn't know that.
That's right.
So let us be your safety net.
I don't know if I want that or not.
Then we'll have a big new
I don't know.
bunch of criminals listening to our podcast. Real Buds Podcast, safe word.
Yeah, really. 380,000 listeners now.
But yeah, back in the day, it used to be like, hello, I am a prince in Egypt and I have a large inheritance.
Yeah.
Please send me money. Or, like, I think someone I knew fell for one that was like, hey, I'm so-and-so. Or it was a friend of theirs. Like, hey, I'm stranded and wherever. Please send money to this account, whatever. And they would fall for it, and then that would go to the next person, and they got all this money. So,
yep.
Be smart. Be diligent. Keep your head on a swivel. All those things.
Head on a swivel?
I don't know.
Okay. That sounded good.
Wear a seatbelt.
Yeah, wear a seatbelt.
Put on sunscreen.
Put on sunscreen.
Clean the back of your phone before you take pictures.
Yes.
And just happy Independence Day, John.
Yeah, happy Independence Day to you, Taylor.
And
really want to wish the Wald Fireworks Company a very happy 100th
They're our executive and only
One
sponsor
ha-
this week.
Executive and only sponsor.
So
Walled Fireworks in Greenwood, Missouri.
I don't know if we mentioned it was their 100th year.
100 years.
So they're doing something right.
They are.
They
Been
know
around
how
for
to
a
make
while.
they know how to make a fire or sell a firework.
They do, and they know how to make a boom.
Ooh.
Boom.
Yeah. And we're gonna end this episode with a bang.
It's the Big Bang Theory.
Oh, we don't say that.
Real
John.
buds.
We don't believe in that one.
We don't? Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, buddy, happy Fourth-
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Whatever
Happy
you celebrate.
Whatever you celebrate.
Happy Easter. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa, the whole thing. Yeah.
Happy all of them, you know?
Yep.
Happy Tuesday.
That's what it is.
To all of our listeners listening on Tuesday when this comes out.
Yep.
Be safe.
Be safe. Wear sunscreen.
And don't hold fireworks.
That's right. Be safe with your fireworks this year.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
But